ज्ञातारं विश्वतत्त्वानां वन्दे तद्गुण लब्धये. I bow down to the promulgators of the pathway of liberation, who have destroyed the great heaps of karma, the knowers of reality, so that we all may realize the same. Jai Jinendra to one and all the regular students of the Sunday batch, and I can see Virendra ji, Patni, Kusum Lata ji, Minoti. Minoti is from this batch only. Yeah, Jyotsna and others from other batches. Jai Jinendra, can I have one Jai Jinendra from all of you?
Jai Jinendra, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. Kusum Lata ji, these lectures will be in English, Kusum Lata ji. I hope you understand and you can follow.
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. Chalo. So I'm not going to take the whole book. I'm going to give you the summary of the book. And how was your first paper? All of you did the objective?
Yes, ma'am. I just finished it last night.
It was easy, the question paper, English translation.
It is English, but I mean, it's easy, but it is thoda samajh ke likhna hai, twisted question hai thode. Thode questions are twisted, but we can do it. And I'm very grateful to Paramagam team and you, ma'am. You have explained us so well. अगर आपकी recording अगर बार-बार सुने तो it makes lot of difference. So this time I could do much better क्योंकि I kept listening to your recordings, to Sanjeev ji's recording. So it made a lot of difference. Silly mistake, but I could have done more better. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
So you have any problem in understanding the question, you can ask me. You can ask me.
Yes.
Anybody anytime can ask me the meaning of the question, how to interpret the question, how to read the question. Because you don't have the English books for many papers. That's why. Okay.
Yes.
That's
yes,
it.
ma'am.
That's
Yes.
it. I won't give the answers. I'll help you to understand the question. That's all.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Anybody else? All of you should take the objective test, because when you take it, you will know, oh, this is what I don't know. This is what I know. This is what I need to know. Okay, dear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you the summary of the first 2 chapters of Barah Bhavna book. I hope you all have this book, Barah Bhavna Anusheelan. Okay. And you can mark with pencil whatever I'm telling. And if you want to write anything in English, you can make notes of it. Okay. This is a book written by Dr. Hukamchandji Bharil, and it has run into many, many, many editions. At least 11 editions in 2019. 11 बार ये किताब छप चुकी है. That shows the popularity of the book. As I told you earlier, there are 100 sets of Barah Bhavna ke dohe, couplets. Okay, so you can also write your own couplet of Barah Bhavna and make it popular. So other things and all you can read. I'll straight away come to the first 2 chapters. The first chapter is like a torch, is like a prelude to the whole 12 bhavnas. Okay. It is a prelude to the whole of 12 bhavnas. Now, what is the inspiration for him to write the book, etc., etc.? All that you can read from page number 1 to 9. I'm not going to read all that. Come to straight away page number 10. I explained the 4 lines in the last class. Somewhere I will be singing in Hindi, which is given in the book. Somewhere I will be straight away doing the translation. Okay? Chal. The first 4 lines, let us sing, which is the, what to say, the summary of the whole Barah Bhavna and Jinwani. पूरी जिनवाणी का सार यदि है तो वो ये 4 lines है. If you understand these 4 lines, only then you can apply Barah Bhavna and reach where they are trying to tell you. चलो. मैं ध्येय हूँ, श्रद्धेय हूँ, मैं ज्ञेय हूँ, मैं ज्ञान हूँ, बस एक ज्ञायक भाव हूँ मैं स्वयं भगवान हूँ। इस सत्य को पहचानना ही भावना का सार है। ध्रुव धाम की आराधना आराधना का सार है. Now those who don't understand English, I will quickly again give you the meaning of this 4 lines, even though I have given in the last class. मैं ध्येय हूं, that means I am the goal. मैं श्रद्धेय हूं, I am the one that has to be believed in. मैं ज्ञेय हूं, I am the one that is to be known. मैं ज्ञान हूं, I am knowledge. अरे, how much to say? बस, enough. I am only a knower. एक ज्ञायक भाव हूं, I am only a knower. I myself am God. मैं स्वयं भगवान हूं. To know this reality is the essence of Barah Bhavna. Bhavana. We are going to take to the bhavanas. Bhavana means anuprekshas or contemplations or reflections. So I won't give contemplation reflection in English. You should understand when I say bhavana, I mean reflecting upon something. So when you reflect again and again and again on this truth, oh, I am God. But when you just simply saying God does not make you God. You have to understand the nature of Godhood. So God is of the nature of knowledge. Then you have to understand the nature of knowledge. Only then you can believe in it. You can make it your objective. You can realize it. You can reach it. And then you can liberate yourself. And then it is Dhruv. This Gyayak Bhav is Trikali Dhruv. One nimsham. Okay, so it is Trikali Dhruv. Trikali means what? In your last life, you were not Priya or Ramesh or Nandita or Mahindran or anything. So in this life also, you are not all that. Are Baba, I am Mahindran, all my records and all, I have Priya, Mahindran, etc., etc. Are yes, from Vyavar point of view, you are only Priya, you are only Mahindran. But from the real point of view, you are not. It is like gold, you know. Gold is a bangle today. That bangle can be broken, but the gold cannot be broken. Then a bangle can be broken, but that gold, can you twist and turn and make it silver or bronze or platinum? No, it will eternally remain gold. So like that, you are also eternally like that gold, but the bangle is your human form, etc., etc., etc. But that is not eternal. But we think, no, we are this body, we are this name, and something happens to this, we fret and frown and have all anxiety, all kinds of problems. So there is no samatha in our life. There is no equanimity. There is only ups and downs, and we flow with the ups and downs, and we don't know what we are doing with our lives. So we don't understand the Trikali. Trikali means eternal, pure self. That is Dhruv Dham. लोग 4 धाम की यात्रा करते हैं. Without doing the yatra of this Dhruv Dham, that is without realization of this Dhruv Tattva, any yatra is only Punya Bandh. And if you have a big tall ego of that, then Pap ka Bandh, Mithyatva ka Bandh, everything happens. I don't want to go into that. So Aradhana. Aradhana means adoration. Aradhana means adoration. So the essence of adoration is realization of the eternal pure soul. So Barah Bhavna, Barah means 12. Taking to these 12-fold contemplations is to realize the eternal pure soul, and that realization is the essence of adoration. Got the meaning of the first 4 lines?
Yes, ma'am.
So like that, I cannot explain everything line by line, line by line. For that, I will need at least 1 year.
Yeah, understand.
Line by line, I can explain, but it will take me 1 year. And you don't have 1 year, I don't have 1 year. So now let us come para by para. I'll give you the summary. So what Dr. Sab means here Bharil Sab. He says that in Prathamanu Yoga, no, if you take 24 Tirthankar Puran, everywhere you will see how the Tirthankars to be took to these Anuprekshas and they got Samyak Darshan, they got Nirvan, etc. etc. So in Prathamanu Yoga, the material for Barah Bhavna is scattered. Okay. And then many things I'll be adding on my own to support what Bharil Saab is telling. So in Prathamanu Yoga, you find. Likewise, the concept of Barah Bhavna comes in Charananu Yoga under the Samvar Tattva. Dwadash Anuprekshas. I told you other day 57 divisions of Samvar. In that you have 12 Anuprekshas. Then essence of Barah Bhavna is Dravyanu Yoga. Essence of Barah Bhavna is the subject matter of Dravyanu Yoga. Now, if you don't take to Barah Bhavna, where all you can wander in the universe, measurement of that is Karananu Yoga. Understood? Okay. So he says that if we were to bring out all those references from the different Anuyogas of Barah Bhavna, we will have one encyclopedia only with us. That much of references are scattered of Barah Bhavna in our texts, in our sacred literature. Okay. So now he says the importance of Barah Bhavna in spiritual evolution cannot be debated. The essence of the application of Barah Bhavna for spiritual evolution cannot be debated. Am I okay? My speed is okay, Mahindran sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Those who missed anything should catch up with the recording.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So now he says that we have to understand the purpose, the Shaili, the methodology of the application of Barah Bhavna. And we should understand the focal point of Barah Bhavna. That is most important. And I'm going to research on that in this book, throughout in this book. That is only my Anusandhan ka mera purpose. My focus of writing this book is to bring out the focal point of Barah Bhavna, that is the Mool Kendra Bindu and the Mool Drishtikon. Simply doing Barah Bhavna will not lead to pathway of liberation. You have to understand the purpose, the idea behind it. Is it clear? Yes. Okay. So now he says, people don't understand the name Anupreksha so much. So Bhavna word is very, very popular. So we use the word Barah Bhavna. And then our women folk now, our women folk in our households, they regularly sing this Barah Bhavna. Okay, the pregnant ladies and mumukshus and our old ladies and all, no, women folk, they regularly sing this Barah Bhavna. It is like their Nitya Swadhyay Kram. In Swadhyay, how you do Namokar Mantra, Meri Bhavna, and all those things like that, they sing Barah Bhavna also. And we also have done Barah Bhavna in so many places. In our Keval Ravi Kirno Se Pujan, we had Barah Bhavna. Then we did it separately. Dravya Thaki Sarvasthir, we had it. Then in Chedhala, we did it. 3 places we have already done, no? So you should know the names of the Barah Bhavna. And for that, Tattvartha Sutra. Anitya Sharana Sansara, Ekatva Nyatva Shuchi, Asrava Sambara Nirjara, Lokaswarupa Bodhi Durlabha Dharma Bhavana. Like that. Okay, so 12 names you should know first in the first place. Then he says in Kartikeya Anupreksha, Kartikeya Swami says, Bhavya Jana Ananda Jananiyo. Bhaviya means bhavi jeev. Jana means jeev, log. Bhavi log. Bhavi jeev ke anand ki janani is this Barah Bhavna. Janani, you all know mother. Just as a mother gives birth to children, gives birth to a child, like that, this Barah Bhavna gives birth to Anand, the bliss that we all seek. Okay, without Barah Bhavna, it is somewhere it written again. In the past, whoever has gone to moksha, in the present, who are going, and in future, whoever will go, it will only be by taking to the 12-fold, one or two or all or any of the 12-fold anuprekshas. Okay, it is sakshat mukti ka karan. It will bring you face to face with your pure self. It will bring you face to face with liberation. Okay, then. And then he says, Padmanandi, Acharya Padmanandi says that it is, I would like to read it out in Sanskrit. Dvadashapi sada chintya anupreksha mahatma bihi tadbhavana bhavatyeva karmanam kshaya karanam. He says, Dvadashapi means these 12-fold anuprekshas. Chintya means contemplation. Okay. Anupreksha means bhavana. Dvadash means 12 anupreksha. Mahatma bihi, Mahan Purusha. Mahan means great souls who believe that they are a knower, they are who have set the goal, etc., etc. They should take to these 12. So ordinary people or great people? People who want to evolve or people who are on the evolutionary high on the evolutionary ladder, both take to these 12-fold anuprekshas. Why? Tad bhavana bhavatyeva. Taking to these 12-fold anuprekshas is karmanam kshaya karan. It is the cause for destruction of karmas. So when you are not taking to the Barah Bhavna, you are binding the karmas. And even if you don't know the methodology and you take to the Barah Bhavanas, you will bind the bondage of Shubha Karma. Only when you apply the methodology, you will reach a state of no karmic bondage. So not taking to Barah Bhavna, Ashubh Karmo ka band. Taking to Barah Bhavna, Adha Adhura, not understanding the methodology, is Shubha Namakarm ka band. Applying the methodology and taking to Barah Bhavanas will help you to reach the no bondage state. That is the liberated state, Moksha Marga state. Okay, next, Acharya Shubha Chandra. He's given so many in Gyanarna. This is a very beautiful text which you all should read. It is available in English also. You can ask me for it. I'll give you the details later. It is Gems of Jaina Wisdom, Volume 8. You can go on eJain library and see if it is there. I think by translation by Dashrath Jain. Vidyati Kashayagni Vigalita Rago Viliyate Dhvantam Unmishati Bodha Deepo Hridi Pumsam Bhavanabhyasat. Bhavanabhyasat. What he says is Vidyati Kashayagni. The Kashaya Agni that is burning in all of us. Now, I don't have to translate Kashaya Agni for all of you, right? I hope you all understand. The Kashaya Agni, which is burning in us because of this raga, rag is there inside, sitting inside. It won't come out. It will send the Kashaya outside. Krodha, Mana, Maya, Lobh will come outside. Raga, Dvesha are the trigger points inside. They are the enemies sitting inside. The jiva does not understand that they are my enemies and he thinks it is a part of me and he takes to them and he takes to Kashai. So that Kashai Agni is burning in them. And so the jiva is searching for happiness. How much ever pleasures he enjoys outside, Without burning this Kashaya Agni is there, so coolness cannot be there. So without burning that Agni out, he cannot experience that real happiness. Then he says, when one takes to these Barah Bhavna, that Kashaya Agni becomes Shant. The rag that is sitting inside gets diluted. The darkness of ignorance goes. And what happens? In the Hriday, the Jnana Rupi Deepak shines. You understand how important the Barah Bhavna is? The benefits? The Barah Bhavna will help you to overcome the Kashaya Agni, conquer the Rag, overcome the darkness of ignorance, and become enlightened with Gyan, with Samyak Gyan, with Keval Gyan. First, understanding the Gyan makes your Gyan Samyak Gyan. And when you keep nurturing the Samyak Gyan, that flame of Gyan becomes the flame of Keval Gyan. Any fire will start with a small spark. When continuously the fire burns, it becomes a big flame, it becomes a forest conflagration or a big forest fire or whatever. And beautiful, beautiful, it says. Now, Chedhala. See, before you understand how important this chapter is,
Yes,
then
ma'am.
we'll come to the first, second, third bhavna like that.
Yeah.
Muni sakala vrati bad bhagi, bhav bhogan tai vairagi, vairagya upavan mai, chinte anupreksha bhai, in chintat sam sukh jagai, jimi jwalan pavan ke lagai, jab hi jiya atam janai, tab hi jiya shiv sukh thanai. We have already studied these lines in Cheddar. Again, we'll see. Muni sakala vrati bad bhagi. What he says, Muni. First of all, a person should be a Muni. At least man se Muni ho jaye. Tan se nahi Muni bane, no problem. Man se jo Muni banega. When you become a... Now I have to translate this in English. Man se Muni matlab detached attachment. संसार में है तो attachment is there, but let it be detached. Let it not be so deep rooted. ऊपर से formal way में you have to do things. Okay, that doesn't mean you go to your children's house and you say, look, Baba, I'm doing Paramagam course, I'm doing Barah Bhavna, so I'm detached. ऊपर से I have to come to your house, so I've come to your house. No, वहां पे तो पप्पा, बेटा, बेटी, all वो सब व्यवहार जो बाहर में चल रहा है नाटक वो चलने दो. अंदर में keep your tube light on. अंदर में keep your light on, that I am not all this, I am not all this, I am that Dhruv Tattva, I am that, thou art that, Tattvamasi, Appa so Paramappa, I am that, I am that, I am that. That will, then whatever your children do now, if they do something less or more, which are not according to your expectations, you won't fret and frown. You will let go of things. So you are not nurturing the Kashaya Agni. Because that rag inside you have checked, no? That rag inside you have checked. So that whatever less or more they do or which is not according to your expectation, you won't bother. So you have given them their space. They are at peace. You have taken your space. You are at peace. You are in, so this is social harmony. You understand? So how our own happiness can be instrumental for the happiness of others. But supposing you are having the drag inside, you're having the kashai inside, and you're not happy with what the children are doing, you will be taunting them, you will be saying something to them which they may not like. And you may become an eyesore for them and they want to say, no, Papa, you go to your house, you go to that brother's house, blah, 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 blah. So why make more enemies outside? First, you are your own enemy, so you make enemies outside. When you become your own friend, the whole world becomes your friend. Even in the forest you go, the animals are not fearful of you. So like that, a Muni is one who has become his own friend. Sakala Vrati, He's taken the great vows of ahimsa, satya, aste, brahmacharya, pari. So we are Shravak. We cannot take these great vows, but partially we should take to them. I will not intentionally. Now, I don't want to go into the vrata, this thing, how to take the partial vows. Okay. But bhagi, they are the ones who are the really fortunate people. Bhava bhogan te vairagi. They don't want the bhava bhoga. They don't seek the material mundane pleasures. That is vairagya. So being born in a Jain family and getting vairagya is not an ashcharya. It is not at all an ashcharya. Are you born in a Jain family? You don't have vairagya. You're always on the TV, mobile, Facebook, Insta, internet. That is an ashcharya. That is an ashcharya. Are, for what you're born in a Jain family? You have no sense of that spiritual pure self. You don't know who the Aryans and Siddhas are. So that is an ashcharya. That is a, what to say, tragic thing, not ashcharya, tragic thing. So he says, the one who is having vairagya and vairagya upavanamai. And to get more vairagya, they take to the 12-fold contemplations. Then, when they take to these 12-fold contemplations, sama sukha jagai, they get the bliss of equanimity. Jimi jwalan pavan kai lagai. Just as the wind blows and the fire burns in the forest, in the same way, the winds of Barah Bhavna blow and the fire of dhyan, okay, will help them to get the bliss of happiness, some equanimity. We all say samana, shraman. Who is a shraman? Who does shram? Who does shama? And who is sama? Shramana, I'll put it on the board if I'm the host. You can see it. Who is a shramana? I've already given you earlier. Shramana. Okay. One who does shrama. Shrama means exerts, effort, applies effort, exerts. For what? Shama. To do the kashayika shama. And then he experiences the sama, the equanimity.
Looks like ma'am's phone is having problem.
Sorry, I got detached. I don't know. I just went out. I'm sorry about that. Okay, am I with all of you, dear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, chalo.
Yes.
So understood, Shramana is one who exerts to remain a knower and seer. But when he tries to remain a knower and seer, the karma, the kashaya, and the raga dvesha, they will keep coming out. That is like the serpent hood. The serpent hood, no, which keeps coming out again and again and again. Because as a coil inside rag is sitting, the serpent that is coming out, the hood is the kashai. Now, when we say of Kundalini, so here what Jainism says is that Keval Gyan is hidden. And what is coming out is also Gyan is also coming out. So you have to awaken that serpent. You have to awaken that consciousness of yours by which this serpent of Kashai is overcome. So for that, the Shraman is doing the Shama, Kashaya Shama. And what emerges from inside is Sama, Samata. Understood, all of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what is the meaning. And then what happens? Jimmy Jwalana Pavan ke lage, jab hi jiya atam jane. When the Muni is knowing his pure soul, experiencing his pure soul, that moment he is experiencing the Shiva Sukha.
Keval Gyan.
He is experiencing the Shiva Sukha.
Shiva
Keval
Sukha.
Gyan will come eventually as a fruit, as the culmination of that Samata. Okay. Chal. Now, Anupreksha means what? Now comes the topic. Anupreksha, this was all a prelude. Prelude ka bhi, prelude ka bhi, prelude. Now, Anupreksha means contemplation, Chintan. Repeated Chintan is called Anupreksha. So this Anupreksha can be done, okay, to go deeper into a concept or a subject, or to contemplate more and more on any concept that you have already known. So two things he says, Anupreksha, repeated contemplation, is taken up to contemplate on a subject again and again and again, which you know or which you want to know. Both the times, both the cases, one who knows a concept also has to repeatedly take to Barah Bhavna. One who does not know the concept, to know the concept, you have to repeatedly take to Barah Bhavna. Okay, so what he says is, supposing you name anything under the sun, Disneyland. You like Disneyland very much. So will you not repeatedly think of Disneyland? What you did there, what you will go there and do, how it is, how to go there. So that topic is of your interest. Vishay ruchikar ho to, the topic that you have decided upon, you will be taking to it, thinking about it again and again and again. So first of all, you have to like the pure soul. Only then you will contemplate upon it again and again and again and realize it, purify it and liberate it. Until then, it will remain in samsara. So each line in this book, no, is like a pearl, is like a moti. I don't feel like skipping any line. Even if I do a few pages correctly, I won't mind at all. We can do more special lectures aage bhi. But now I have to prepare you for exam also. So accordingly, I am rushing up. Okay? Chalo. Now he says, Chintan, contemplation, is the stepping stone to meditation. It is the stepping stone to meditation. And who decides whether you will take to dhyan for a longer period or not? It is your ruchi. It is your ruchi, your interest. Okay. Then, if it is of your interest, then dhyan sahaj mein hota hai. You don't have to apply any effort to do the dhyan. For example, the children love the mobile very much. So 24/7, they will be holding on to the mobile and trying to discover what is in the mobile, what is in the apps, etc., etc., etc. Right? So there also they are only interested in Gyan and Darshan, no? And Sukh. Through the mobile, they are interested in Gyan. They want to reinforce their faith in something and they want Sukh from that. Now you take away the mobile from them. They'll become handicapped. They'll become mentally disturbed. They'll become stressed. That means what? Modern technology is making us dependent. It is making us handicapped. It wants us to be dependent on it. Now, another way of looking at it. So I told it the other day in the class. You go to a restaurant, the door opens automatically. The billing happens automatically. Automatically, the money is debited from your account, credited to the restaurant wala's account. So everything is happening automatically or not. What did you do? You only enjoyed the food. Okay. So what the technology is saying is, Arey, you are a karta. Leave it. We'll do everything for you. You just have to put your hand below the water tap. It sensors and water flows automatically. Did you switch it on? No. Automatically it happened. Why? Because you are a karta. So go this way or go Jainism way. Both the ways it is trying to make you a karta. Because you are a karta. The ways are different, but if you go deep down and see the line running below, it is that you're a karta. Okay, now he coming back. So Sahaj mein Chintan chalta hai. So the more and more jigyasa you have, write this word, jigyasu. Jigyasa means curiosity. See, when a child is born, no, the curiosity bug is biting it. It has come from another planet. So it wants to explore what is on this planet. And what we do, we curb that jigyasa of the child. It will try to meddle with something. Hey, don't do. It will try to do something. Hey, don't do. Then it will meddle with something. We'll say, don't do. Instead of channelizing its jigyasa, we curb its jigyasa right from the childhood itself. Rather, we should help the child to explore the things. If it is opening a drawer, you sit with the child, open the drawer, show him all the things. Let him feel everything. Let him know what is there. That way, his knowing nature, his jigyasa will continue and it will remain with him throughout. But it is curbed in the childhood itself, not as a toddler only it is curbed. Don't do that. So here, Dr. Saab says, the more and more jigyasa you have, in that proportion only, the chintan will be profound. And it becomes the foundation for researching on the eternal concept. First jigyasa, then profoundness, the depth, and then the researching attitude continues and you find new and new meanings to the existing world. See, the Trikali Dhruva exists. We have to find meaning. We have to find it. Okay. So we have to understand. To understand something, we need Barah Bhavna. And if you have understood something to understand deeply, we need Barah Bhavna. Now, he's asking that Anupreksha comes under Dhyan or Gyan. Anupreksha ka Chintan is Gyanatmak. Transcending the Anuprekshas will lead to Dhyan. First, you have to take to it, like you have to take to a boat. You have to use that boat, cross the ocean, then leave the boat. So like that, the Barah Bhavnas are Gyanatmak. And then when you give it up, when you transcend it, when you absorb in the reality, it becomes Dhyan. Okay, so Akalanka Dev in Sanskrit is given beautiful 4 lines. If I have to read it, it will take time. I'll just tell you the meaning of it. He says in Rajvartik, chapter 9, Sutra 36, Vartik 12. Bhatta Akalank. What does he say? He says that Anuprekshas come under Dharma Dhyan. And when you give up the Anuprekshas, you reach Shukla Dhyan. And in reality, Shukla Dhyan only is Dhyan. Everything else is preparation. Not to take to Artha Raudra and to take to Dharma Dhyan, and not just to be in Dharma Dhyan, but to rise above that and reach Shukla Dhyan is the purpose of Jain philosophy. Okay, so Anupreksha comes under Dharma Dhyan is not the right way to say, because Dhyan is always Nirvikalpa. So it is Jnanatmak, it is Vikalpatmak. Vikalp means it's a thought process. Okay, so when you contemplate on Anitya, etc., it is Jnana Swarupa, Jnanatmak. Then it is called Anupreksha. And when you apply that Anitya, etc., then the Chitta, your Chitta becomes concentrated. Concentration increases. Then it is called Dharmadhyan. Chitta ki ekagrata is called Dhyan. Chitta ki ekagrata, concentration of the Chitta. Now this Chitta means the consciousness, the Upayoga. This Chitta has vrittis. The Upayog is always fluctuating. Fluctuating means it is flickering. It is always, it is like a monkey mind, you know, sometimes thinking of this, sometimes of that. It is never focusing on one object. When you take to these Barah Bhavnas and then you focus on one object, then it is called Dharmadhyan. Understood the difference? Now, next page number 14. He says, the purpose of these Barah Bhavna are twofold. First, Vairagyotpadak. Vairagya ka utpadak, manufacturer of Vairagya. How in a factory things are manufactured? Like that, Vairagya is manufactured or created or experienced through the 12-fold Anuprekshas. So what is required is not merely Barah Bhavna, but that Barah Bhavna which will lead to Vairagya. Vairagya means what? No raga dvesha state is called Vairagya, Vitaragata. So we say, no, Vitaragata ki janani akeli udasinata. What is the meaning of the word udasinata? Ut plus asin. Ut matlab uncha. Uncha matlab on a high pedestal. Asin means sitting. Sitting on the high pedestal of spirituality, divinity is called udasinata. Experiencing the spirituality and divinity, sitting on the high pedestal of Vairagya is called udasinata. So we need the Barah Bhavna which will create or generate Vairagya, and that will happen through the first 6 of the 12-fold Anuprekshas are Vairagya Utpadak. The next 6 are Tattva Parak, related to metaphysics, metaphysical contemplation. The first 6 are those which will generate Vairagya, and then the next 6 are those that will help you to realize the metaphysical concepts. So what is required is not just contemplation of Barah Bhavna, but the Barah Bhavna that will lead to Vairagya and Tattva Chintan, Tattva Abhyas. Now he says, tell me one prani who does not take to any concentration, any Chintan. A person working at Google, does not he require concentration? A person working on the mobile, trying to look at a movie or buy some product, is he not focusing on something? One ant, is it not focusing on something? When a tiger wants to catch its prey, is it not focusing on something? When the hunter wants to catch something, is it not focusing on? So there is no prani who is not doing gyan and dhyan. Every moment gyan and dhyan is happening for all the jivas. But for the samanya people, for the general people, that gyan and dhyan is related to sense pleasures. It is related to bhogopabhog. It is related to panch indriya vishaya. And it is related to kashai. So the chintan is kashai oriented. That chintan, we have to make it consciousness oriented. So vitaragata, vairagya oriented, enlightenment oriented. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Keep nodding. Huh? Thank you. One a badal badal ke head nod karo.
Yeah.
Chinta chetan ko dahe, chita dahe nirjeev. Chinta, what to say? I don't want to give the literal meaning, but chetan ko dahe. It burns the living being. Whereas chita burns only dead bodies. Chita means a funeral pyre, burns only dead bodies. But anxiety, stress, tension burns the chetan. That is the Kashai Agni. Okay. Now he says, very, very important point. Importance is not of Chintan and Dhyan. What is important is the direction of the Chintan and Dhyan. Chintan means contemplation. Dhyan means concentration. What is important is direction of the concentration and the contemplation. That is important. Okay. So, if that is not samyak, if that is not clear, taking to these 12-fold contemplation can increase your stay in samsara. You understand? If you don't know the direction, the purpose, the goal fixing is not happening, and you simply take to Barah Bhavna, you have become a muni, you have become a vrati, but you don't know the purpose, the idea, the methodology, anything you don't know, the logic you don't know. You take to Barah Bhavnas, you will get Shubh Karma. You'll go to Devalok. After that, where you'll go? Dhadam se nigot.
Ego.
Right? Huh? Okay. So, direction is important. See, we all know that beautiful illustration, no? One person in the night, no, he wanted to reach somewhere. So he took his cycle and he kept on pedaling and pedaling and pedaling. And when the day breaks, he realized he's not moved an inch from his house. Why? Because the cycle was on the stand. The cycle was on the stand. He did not remove it from the stand. So simply taking to Barah Bhavna is pedaling without removing the stand of Mithyatva. You won't reach anywhere. Again, one more example we get, no? One person.
Coffee kudikrீங்களா?
One second. Oh, please, per host, please mute everybody. Malati madam. Okay, no problem. Ho jata. So there's one more example. One person, no, very late in the night wanted to reach a destination by boat. So he started rowing a boat. He took the boat, he started rowing the boat. And when the day breaks, he realized he's on that same place. Why? Because he did not untie the boat from the stand. So like that, we have to untie our boat of ignorance and then do the peddling of Barah Bhavna. We will reach the shore of liberation. Okay.
Well
now,
said.
and what is that samsara, that water is of kashai. Kashai. Let that kashai be. You keep rowing your boat, you will reach the other shore. Okay. Chalo. So next. Now what he says is, page number 14. First of all, the direction of Barah Bhavna. Write down. The direction of Barah Bhavna has to be fixed. Second, Understand the momentariness of all Sanyog. Please mute yourself, dear, or please make me the host. Hello. Please mute everybody. Thank you. I don't want any disturbance. First of all, I'm reading in Hindi and talking in English. I need to concentrate. And if no videos are on, I will not talk. Chalo. So first, the direction of our contemplation has to be fixed. Second, we will understand profoundly the momentary nature, the ephemeral nature of all associations, Sanyog. Thirdly, we'll understand that whatever vikar we are doing, vikar means rag, dvesh, kashai, how wrong they are. Fourthly, you will understand the potential of the swabhava. And then you will take shelter in the swabhava and the bliss that you will experience. And how difficult it is to experience that bliss. These are the focal points of the 12 Anuprekshas according to the author. Complete PhD material is there in this book. Do you want me to repeat the points or is it okay, Nandita ji?
Repeat the points, ma'am.
Repeat the points. First of all, direction of 12 bhavanas has to be fixed. After that only, you will realize the with profoundness, you will understand the ephemeral nature of all the associations. Sayogo ki kshanabhangurta. Hindi is given. Then, whatever kashai you are taking, thoughts you are taking, how wrong they are. Vikar. Vikar means, kar means karya. Vikar means wrong karya. Vipreet, you're flowing in the wrong direction. You will understand that you flow in the wrong direction. And as soon as you understand that you are flowing in the wrong direction, you will arrest it. You'll arrest it. So your ashram stops, somewhere starts. Okay. Then you will understand, then you will come to your swabhav. Then you will understand the potential of the swabhav. Swabhav ka samarthya. Then you will take refuge, shelter in the swabhava. Then you will experience the bliss. And how difficult it is to experience that bliss. These are all the focal points of the explanation of the Barah Bhavna in this book. Okay. Now the kram, the order in which the Barah Bhavnas are given, with slight difference, both the 11th and 12th will be interchanged. But mota moti, you get this order only. Okay. Now, why this order? Why this order of 12 bhavanas is told in 15th page, on 15th page. Okay. And what is the general nature of these Barah bhavanas? We will see now. First of all, when we are born means what? The soul coming in association with the body is called birth. There is no birth of atom also, there is no birth of soul also. Both are eternal. Only the compounds, the molecular structure, the combinations are born and destroyed. You understand? This book is made of a set of molecules. The molecules have come together. We say the book is produced. The atoms are not produced. The molecular combination of this book are produced. In the same way, when this book is destroyed, the molecular combination is gone, the atoms remain as is. Likewise, when we are born means the body coming in association with the soul. So it is an association, which is anitya. The body and soul coming in contact is an association. It is a sanyog, jiska definitely there is a viyog. And any association happens only for disassociation. Parents bring the children in this world. They go away. They get disassociated. Or sometimes the children die, they get disassociated. Anything that comes in contact with you gets disassociated. The food that you take in gets disassociated in the form of stools early in the morning, giving you the energy. Again, its structure, everything changes. So your body is made of the food. The food that you ate yesterday is the body of today. Understand? So anything now, yesterday you wore a set of clothes, today another set of clothes. Association, disassociation. You were with another company yesterday, today you're in another company, tomorrow you'll be in another company. Association, disassociation. Okay, the same food we don't want every day. The same restaurant we don't want every day. The same movie we don't want every day. The same set of friends we don't want every day. New places, new things we want. That means new associations. And all association, disassociation leads to this. And we flow with the current. We enjoy the association, and when it gets disassociated, we fret and frown and we have that anxiety. Today I'll get to meet my boyfriend and girlfriend, I'm very happy. Oh, I don't get to meet, I'm very unhappy. So we consider happiness, we associate happiness with all associations and associate happiness, sadness with disassociation. है ना? संयोग है तो खुशी है, वियोग है तो दुख है. This is our understanding, which is very, very primitive. Man has evolved from the primitive state, but the primitive mind has not yet evolved. Got it? So first is Anitya Bhavana. That whatever you are flowing with in this world is all ephemeral, momentary, non-eternal, impermanent. कितने words दे दिए? Ephemeral, transitory, momentary, impermanent. 4 words मिल गए English में? Happy? All of you happy?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now tell me, what are all the associations? First, body. With the body comes all the relations. Then all your finances. Then all your job. एक minute, huh? Just give me one. Yes, people. Yes, people. So, understood, Anitya? Because we are surrounded by all associations, we have to first understand that they are all momentary. Anything that has come in contact with you is going to be separated. It has come in contact with you to go away. Don't give permanent value to impermanent things. Don't assign permanent value to impermanent things. Let go of them when they are to go. If you hang on to them, then that is attachment. And when you let go of them, it is detachment. The more you attach value to it, it is suffering when it separates from you. So before it separates itself from you, you separate yourself from it. Not physically, but mentally. Understanding the spiritual truth behind your existence. So Anitya Bhavna is put first. Because you are surrounded by all associations, how to look at all the associations? That viewpoint. Okay. Simply saying everything is impermanent is not Anitya Bhavna. Understand the permanent reality hidden behind all molecular associations. You are permanent. Whatever is yours is impermanent. That is the first bhavana. Anitya Bhavna, we will do it in detail when we come over.
Yeah.
Got it? Okay. So what is nearest to us is the body. And we have given permanent value to that body. And when something happens to the body, we panic. In the body, there are trillions of cells. Today, BP will be more, tomorrow, sugar will be more, then cholesterol will be more or less or whatever it is. And you keep, oh my God, this has happened, that has happened, this has happened. That. So what you are doing? Artha Dhyan. Sharira Chinta, Roga Chinta, Nidan. I want this, I want that, I want this. So we are in Artha Dhyan, Raudra Dhyan. So when you understand what you understand, that all associations are anitya. Because they are anitya, they are not fit to take refuge in them. They are asharan. They cannot give you refuge, so they are asar. The third bhavana, sansara bhavana. So I don't want oneness with them. They are different. Ekatva anyatva ho gaya. I don't seek oneness with them. I'm happy with my own self. Ekatva anyatva bhavana has manifested. And then you look at the body, but then the body is full of filth. Where is the soul in this? That soul is Shuchi. Even though the body is filthy and Ashuchi, I am Shuchi. I am Nitya. I can only give shelter to myself, Sharan. I am Sar. I have oneness with myself. I am the most beautiful. I am Satyam Shivam Sundaram. So when you understand this I correctly, I means the pure soul, not the body, which is distinct from the body. I am the Satyam Shivam Sundaram. I am the truth. I exist. I am consciousness. I am bliss. When you have oneness with the pure soul, you will experience a peace, equanimity, samatha, shanti, anand, sukh, everything. So even though we are contemplating on all the associations, the purpose is to go beyond the association and realize that I am permanent. All these are not. Now listen to me. Supposing a person is full of this essence of Barah Bhavna, and there is a death in the family. Will he be suffering? Yes, karmic uday is there, which makes him suffer. He will suffer. But internally, he knows the reality. So he is actually not suffering. Like they'll give you an example over here. Ramachandra, Lakshman, Ram, Sri Ram. Ram was Samyak Drishti. And he took the dead body of Lakshman for 6 months. He carried on his shoulder, hoping to revive the life of Lakshman. Being a Samyak Drishti, he is crying for his child, for his brother. Why? He knows. Yet that moha, he gets carried away by it. That moha uday makes him do all these things. But internally, he knows that he is not the doer. He is only a knower and seer. Internally, from the darshan gyan point of view, he is at peace. But the mohaniya karma, charitra mohaniya karma ka prabal uday makes him do all these things. You understand?
Yes.
But we are not like that. No, we are not so deluded like Ram that if our brother dies, we'll keep him for 6 months. No, na, हम तो आजकल 2-3 दिन में सब क्रियाक्रम खत्म, एक दिन में उठावना खत्म. Nobody should come over. एक दिन में सब खत्म. Olden days and all 12 days, 15 days, है ना, 13 दिन चलता था. अभी तो सब 1-2-3 दिन. And आजकल तो सब मोबाइल पे ग्रीट कर दो. कोरोना टाइम कोई आना जाना नहीं. Only 50 people, only 20 people. So छोड़ दो मोह परिग्रह. Even COVID is telling us.
Yes.
है ना? So कहीं आना जाना नहीं. क्यों आना जाना आपका स्वभाव नहीं है, रहना आपका स्वभाव. तो घर में रहो, आप अपने आत्मा के घर में रहो. That's your nature. No need to go anywhere. You have gone in the whole lok swarup. You have wandered everywhere. Like that. Okay. चलो वापस अभी आ जाते हैं. So understood what they tried to say?
Yes. Yeah.
What they tried to say, Anitya Bhavna, why it is kept first? Because it is Anitya, it is not, it is Asharat. It means all the Sanyog. They are non-eternal, so they are not worth seeking shelter. So there is no essence in them. Asar, sansar, it is sansar. Sansarana, sansarati iti sansara. That which always keeps changing is called sansar. Impermanent. Only change is permanent, according to Buddha. When you understand change is permanent, you don't flow with the change. You remain the permanent self. You enjoy the permanent self. You experience the permanent self. The Trikali Dhruv, provided you know the philosophy. Okay, chalo. So the first 6 are Vairagyotpadak, which will give you Vairagya from all associations. Okay. See, I'll tell you one thing. The best thing after this Parmagam and Jainology studies is you will experience desirelessness. In that desirelessness, if you know the Jinvani in detail, you will experience the happiness. You will want more and more of detachment and desirelessness. The more and more you become detached and desireless, your happiness quotient keeps increasing. See, whatever you do in this world, you become a Chakravarti. You know Chakravarti? Emperor of emperors. When Bharat Chakravarti became the Chakravarti, he had to go to a certain place and Chanda Gardna tha unko. And he had to unfurl his flag of victory. When he went there, he saw already that mountain is full of flags. There's no place for his flag. So what he had to do, he had to take out somebody's flag and then he had to place his flag. Immediately he realized, today I am removing somebody's, tomorrow somebody will come and put theirs. So even this is impermanent. So when Chakravarti ki sampada is also non-eternal, then how your sampada, my sampada can be eternal? Sooner or later, it is going to be detached from you. See, Atma does not have any pockets where you can keep the gold and silver and your currency and keep it with you. But what happened in childhood? We had one small pocket where mama gave some biscuits and chocolates and toffees and we took it to school and we had it in leisure. Then slowly that biscuit chocolate was replaced by coins. Then coins by currency. Then when it became full, you had a wallet. The wallet became full, you had a box. Box became full, you had a locker. Locker became full, you had a bank locker. One bank locker became full, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bank lockers. Any end to it? So the more lockers you have, the more possession you have, your mind has to concentrate on those things. So you are away from happiness, real happiness of detachment. So the more attached you are, the more unhappy you are, actually, from the spiritual point of view. So material point of view, you need wealth. Okay, have it, no problem. If a Shravak does not have Kaudi, he is do Kaudi ka. And if a Sadhu has Kaudi, he is do Kaudi ka. So a Shravak should have the currency. Okay, currency is for getting the access to the material things. Wahan tak theek hai. But your life is only to safeguard the wealth you have, to count the wealth you have, to maintain the wealth you have, to increase the wealth you have. That means your life is like the Chintamani Ratna, and you are using it to maintain the impermanent wealth. You are the permanent treasure, but you are not seeking that permanent treasure, and you are engaging in maintaining the impermanent world reality. So no greater fool than us. So they have placed this Anitya Bhavna first. Okay, like that you have to understand Anitya, Asharan, Ekatva. So when you understand Anitya, you lead to Ekatva. When you understand Asharan, you come to Ekatva. Ekatva means oneness with the pure soul. When you understand that the sansar, there is no sar. Oh, then where is the sar? I am the sar. My Gyayak Bhav, that is the essence. Then Ekatva happens, Anyatva happens. Then Ashuchi, body is Ashuchi, I am Shuchi. And when you experience the Shuchita, the purity of the pure soul, Asrav has stopped. Somewhere has started. The next 6th and 7th Bhavana has fruitioned. Nirjara is taking place. Supposing I don't take to this realization of the pure soul, somewhere Nirjara doesn't happen, then the Loka Swarupa Bhavana will help you to understand that in the whole universe is a game of association and disassociation. I can be reborn as an animal or as an egod or as a narak jeev. Then will I get an opportunity to meditate on my pure soul and liberate it? Bodhi Durlabh Bhav. Oh, Bodhi Durlabh. So let me come back to my pure soul. Dharma starts. Dharma Bhavana starts. So when you contemplate on one, all the 12 are included in it. Provided you know the depth of it, you know the methodology, you know the essence of Jinn. Am I with all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it?
Clear, ma'am. Very clear.
Okay. Okay. So like that, you have to understand that the 12 bhavanas. Now, he quotes. See, I'm still in the first chapter only. Is it okay? The speed is okay, or you want me to rush up?
No, this is very good, ma'am. This is very clear.
Okay. Okay. Now Pandit Daulat Ramji, he quotes in the Loka Bhavana, Kinahu na karau na dharai kau, Shaddravyamai na harai ko, So loka mahi bin samata, dukh sahe jeev nit brahmata. Where it is given, the reference is not given. He's put one over there, but it's missing. Okay, doesn't matter. He said it is in Loka Bhavana. That is the 5th dhal. You can go and see. Kinahu na karau na dharai ko. That means what? Nobody has made this world. The world is uncreated, indestructible. But every parya is created and destructible. You have to look at the loka from 4 viewpoints. Write down the 4 viewpoints. Dravya, Kshetra, Kala, Bhava. Dravya, Kshetra, Kala, Bhava. Dravya means the structural world made of 6 dravyas. It is, they are eternal. The sixth dravya will be six only in this universe. So from the dravya point of view, it is permanent. Kshetra, 14 Rajju, Lok is permanent. Kal keeps operating on all the six dravyas. So all the six dravyas are, Parya is changing, which are impermanent. The bhav, the physical, the chemical properties, they keep changing. So they are non-eternal. So the lok is nitya, nitya. It is eternal from the atomic and the soul point of view. All the six dravyas exist permanently, but their forms, their modifications are impermanent. The dravya itself is the creator and destructor of the parya. Utpad and vyaya is happening in each dravya. Simultaneously, it is permanent also. Impermanence and permanence are embedded in the dravya. Like, for example, the fan is moving, yet it is static on the wall. It does not move from one room to another room. It is static, yet it is moving. It is moving, yet it is static. Like that, all the dravyas are permanent as well as impermanent. And nobody has created this world. Nobody governs this world. Nobody destroys this world. The Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh is embedded in every atom and every paryay of every dravya. The paryay comes, Utpad, Brahma. The paryay, previous paryay gone, Shiva. But permanently the dravya exists. That is the Vishnu Tattva. So, this universe is Anadi Ananta. Shad Dravya Maina Haraiko. So, Lokamahi. In this world, Lokaswarup, without Samata, Dukh Sahe Jeev Nit Brahmata. The Jeev is experiencing Dukh and wandering in this samsar because it attaches permanent value to impermanent things. So no samata is experienced. Clear? So when you read Jainism and you understand your pure soul, you will experience the samata. You won't give permanent value to impermanent things. You let go of things. Letting go of things is only vairagya. Holding on to things is vairaga. Holding on to things is raga. Letting go of things is vairagya. Okay. Now, we should not put these 12 bhavanas in brackets, vairagya and tattva. Here it is primary and secondary. Primarily vairagya, primarily tattva. Okay, like that. Now, very beautiful example he gives. He says, a farmer does not plow the land, does not sow the crop without plowing the land. पहले वो खेत को समतल करता है. If there are big stones, boulders, small stones, etc., in the field, he will plow it. Plow कैसे करेगा? ट्रैक्टर से, बुलक से रख करके plow करेगा. ऊपर नीचे करेगा मिट्टी को, है ना? And then he will sow the seed. Then that seed will germinate, sprout, the crop he will get, the fruit he will get of his efforts. This is a procedure, no? So he says that if your chitta bhumi is kathor, is shushka, is not having the vairagya, the tattva chintan seeds, if you put, they will not germinate and flower. Samajh mein aaya? If your chitta bhumi is not fertile with vairagya, the 12 bhavana seeds, if you sow, you won't get the crop of moksha. So you understand how important vairagya is. So vairagya means you are ready for higher things. Vairagya itself is not everything. Vairagya means you are ready for tattva chintan. Tattva chintan is not ready everything. Tattva Chintan should lead to experience of the reality. Tattva Abhyas. Oh, I am the Jeev, I am the knower, I am the knower. Uska Abhyas. That is Dhyan. That is why all our Tirthankas are in Dhyana Mudra. So beautiful, no? Jainism is. So beautiful, so beautiful. Okay, so understood? भाव भूमि को पहले फ्लाउ करो. चित्त में कोई विकार है. Whatever vikar are there in the chit, any paap you have done, any wrong you have done, forgiveness, move on. For one paap, don't feel guilty all your life. Krambad mein that was to happen, it happened. That was destined to happen, it happened. Since Anadi Kala, I have been wondering how many sins I have done. For what all should I fret and frown? Arey, ho gayi galti, ho gayi, kshama. Now I will not do any mistake. So kshama means liberating yourself from all remorse and guilt and thoughts and concentrating on the pure soul, the knower and seer. Okay. Now he says 3 steps for Bheda Vigyan. Page number 16 and 17. 3 steps for, see, Vairagya means Bheda, it will come only through Bheda Vigyan. Soul science, science of discrimination between the permanent and impermanent, between that which will give you shelter and that which cannot give you shelter, between asar and sar. All that. Then that ekatva comes, no, that is Bheda Vigyan. So how it will come? He says, first, give up looking outside. Par sanmukta samapta karo. Don't be dependent on any external place, people, things. How a Muni is not dependent on your house for food. He is not dependent on your place for stay. Like the birds, the Munis are not dependent on anybody. They don't stock for tomorrow. So, par sanmukta ko samapt kar, first one. Then antarmukh hona. Come closer to yourself. When you come closer to yourself, your mithyatva will go. What all will happen? Your mithyatva will go. Mithyatva means first, mithyatva asra will go. Samyaktva samvar will start. And the more and more your mithyatva goes, your vrat samvar will start. We studied in Dravya Sangrano, vrat, tap, and shrut. They will increase in your life. The more and more shrut increases, swadhyay increases, vrat and tap will increase. If vrat and tap are not increasing, means your swadhyay is incomplete. Your swadhyay is not up to the mark. You're taking a car and driving means you should reach your destination. If you're not reaching your destination, means something is wrong. You're wandering or you're not moving only. Like that, we have to understand that your mithyatva asrav goes, samvar starts, then your vrat samvar, apramad samvar, akashai samvar, yoga samvar will start. After this samvar starts, nirjara will start. Dharma will be experienced. Vastu swabhava dharma will be experienced. This is moksha marga. You will want to adore, commit, manage your pure soul. And when you take shelter in this, Ratnatraya will manifest. The 3 jewels, the 3 gems of the pathway of liberation the Nirmal Paryay of Ratnatraya will emanate from the pure soul. The three gems, the three Ratnas, jewels, no, they are jewels, will, one second, no, emanate from the pure soul. पानी दे देना सब आदमी. ठीक है, understood people? How Ratnatraya happens?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
How Ratnatraya happens? Okay, so understood the steps. First, give up dependence on the external world. Look inside, dive inside, experience Ratnatraya. Again, don't look outside, look within. Seek the seeker, know the knower, see the seer, experience the experiencer, observe the observer. Then you will experience the reality. And the more and more you experience the reality, Ratnatraya will manifest. And perfection, culmination of Ratnatraya is moksha. Bhava moksha and then dravya moksha. Okay? Now, when should we take to Barah Bhavna? Morning, afternoon, evening? Which is the muhurt for this? Any muhurt for this?
All the time. Yes.
Shall we go to a Jyotishi and ask, oh, I've understood Jainism from Priya ma'am. Now I'll go to an astrologer and ask him, when should I take to Barah? Is it the right time for me? Are my graha all favorable for this? Should we do that? When we should do? Always. Ever and ever. It is a shreshta bhojan for a mumukshu. A person who is a spiritual seeker eats more and more or takes to more and more of this Barah Bhavna. Even if he is not contemplating on Barah Bhavna ka essence is running in him. You understand?
Yeah. Yes.
You understand? Okay. Chalo. So, in one chand of Pandit Bhagchandji, we have all the 12 bhavnas. Page number 17. What are those? Jag hai anitya. Jag means not the world outside, the world inside. Of more rag, dvesh, kashai. Even your gye paryay, the paryay of gyan is also anitya. Your body is anitya, your associations are anitya, your gyan ki, even keval gyan is anitya. Because it's a paryay. Keval gyan was not there yesterday, it is there today. The next minute keval gyan paryay is different from the previous paryay. Because what you cognize in keval gyan is different from what you cognized a minute earlier. It is anitya. Tame saranana vastu koi. So there is no taking shelter even in keval gyan or in any gyan paryay. You have to take refuge in the Trikali Dhruv. It is nitya. It is worth taking sharan. It is sar, about which we sang in the 4 lines, no? Main dhyaya hu, main dhruva hu, main gyeya hu, main gyan hu, main shraddheya hu. Memorize those 4 lines and sing every day. But mere singing it is not going to help you until unless you realize it and experience it. Okay. Tate dukh rasi bhavavas kau nihari. Because it is anitya asharan, it is dukh ki rashi. Bhavavas kau nihari. Why are you looking at the world outside? Ek chit chinna sada bhinna par dravya nitai. Ek chit. Keep that consciousness. Chinna after knowing it. Sada bhinna par dravya se. It is totally distinct from all par dravya. It is different from the ashuchi sharir. Apa na apa buddhi dhari. Don't consider the body as the self. Don't consider the mind as the self. Don't consider the intellect as the self. You are the seat of all knowing and seeing, not the mind or the brain or the body. So when you come to yourself, the Gyayak Bhav, Ragadik Bhav Karai Karma Ko Badave. If you don't know this pure self, you will take to Rag. Oh, when I'm taking to Rag, my sansar is increasing. Stop it. It not stop it, it will get stopped. Then Sambar Swarupa Hoy Karma Band Dari. You will come one, you will come closer to yourself. Sambar starts. Now karma will be scared of you. They will start leaving you in. You are frightening the karmas. There's no room for them now. You are awakened like a lion. You are roaring like a lion inside. The karmas, the wolves, the geedar, sab bhag jayenge. तीन लोक माही जिन धर्म एक कर्म बंद डारिये मतलब निर्जरा. तीन लोक माही जिन धर्म एक दुर्लभ. Jina dharma means the dharma of conquering. To be a conqueror oneself. That is most difficult to get. Tate jin dharma ko na chinnahu visari. So don't forget your Atma Dharam even for one kshan. Even for a minute. Because today your eyes may close. Tomorrow it will be another world. There again you will get this kind of body, mind, intellect, knowledge, attitude, perception, family which will support you to pursue your spiritual goal. Very, 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 very difficult. Because you have taken to all kinds of sansar ke bhav and trapped yourself in raga dvesh. So you will go to different bhav of raga dvesh only. Supposing you hate the Muslims, you will be born in a Muslim world. Don't hate them. See them also as Gyayak Bhav. Poor people, they don't know that they are Gyayak Bhav. I have pity on them. Okay. So now each Bhavna, very briefly, we'll do page number 18. Anitya Bhavna says, all are impermanent. You are permanent. Okay. All are impermanent. You are permanent. So don't take to any mantra, tantra, etc. And no mantra, tantra, children can protect you at the time of death. At the time of death, take shelter in your pure soul. That moment you can get nirvana if you are ready. Even at the time of death, you take shelter in your pure soul. Next birth, you can start a new chapter of being a pure soul. You can get nirvana over there. Provided well begun is half done. Okay. So all this is clear. All this is clear. Now coming to the page number 18, Anitya Sharan. Anitya, everything is Anitya. So not worth taking shelter. It is Asar. It is, Asar means what? No essence in it. No essence in it. So no oneness with it. They are all other. I am other, they are other. Now, Ashuchi Bhavna says that the body for which you delight so much, it is a house of mal mutra. What is coming out of this body? Only filth, excretory things and urine. Whatever good things come in the body become excreta and go out. That is what the body is made of. Yet this body is important to travel on the path of moksha. Human body, human birth. Because in it resides the pure soul. In it, matlab what? See, we are all living in the house. In this house, I am living. So am I living in the bricks? Or am I living in the empty place in the house?
Empty place.
Likewise, the soul lives in the
Body.
empty place, Akash Pradesh, Atma Pradesh. It is not there on the skin. But they say no, beauty is skin deep. So deeper and deeper and deeper you go into your body, you realize the Sachidananda Swarupa. That is the beauty. That is the Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Okay, now in the first 6 bhavanas that we saw just now, he asks us, not us, he tells us to have vairagya from 3 things. What are those 3 things? Sansar, Sharir and Bhog. Sansar, Sharir and Bhog.
And
Bhog, Bhog, pleasures,
oh, okay.
pleasures, Bhog, Vasana. Sansar, Sharir and Sansar includes your family, kith and kin, your material possessions. Sharir includes your body. Bhog includes your sense pleasures. So when you have oneness with the pure soul, there will be a detachment from these 3 things, which is called Vrat and Tap. The more you detach from sense pleasures, Tap happens. The more you detach from the body and Sansar, Vrat happens. Live like a Muni. Muni sleeps on the ground, you try to sleep on the ground. Muni keeps very little things, you also try to keep very little. He takes to the bare minimum things. You also take to the bare minimum associations, food and pleasures or whatever it is. The bare minimum. So today the world, no, the youngsters are moving towards minimalism. Living only out and in and out of the laptop. But without this Barah Bhavna, can that minimalism, aparigra, lead to moksha? What, Toral? It cannot. It is good, but not good enough. Good for the earth. So that will take them to develop. That will take them to develop. Because bare minimum they came, no. But with lot of loads of mithyatva. That will take them back to Nigo. See, I'm not commenting. I'm generally, we are only discussing. Supposing you have to write a research article, you have to write using all this. Okay, so when you detach from the body, you will definitely detach from the pleasures. Then you will visit your pure soul. Only then you will visit your pure soul. Simply talking of detachment and continuing to enjoy the pleasures and say, ek dravya dusre dravya ko nahi use karta, I'm not eating. And you keep on eating and eating and enjoying and thinking of food. All this is swachandi, mayachari. So when swadhyay shrut increases, tap and vrat will increase. Then you can say the asrav has stopped. Samvar sets in. Okay. So now he says, Asrav Tattva ko kya samajhna? Page number 19. Asrav Tattva ko kya samajhna? Asrav is dukh roop, write down. It is suffering. It is a cause of suffering. It is impure. Asrav is suffering. Asrav is the cause of suffering. Asrav is impure. Then what is not suffering? He says, Bhagwan Atma is of the nature of bliss. It is the cause of bliss and it is immensely pure. Then you experience that purity. That is Samvar and Nirjara Tattva. And the Samvar Nirjara Tattva inspires you to seek that purity within. To seek that purity within. the oneness with the within. What is utmost difficult? This is utmost difficult to reach. Oneness with the pure soul. Had we had this oneness with the pure soul, we would not have been in this conditioned state. We would have been in the liberated state. So Dharma Bhavna says this Ratnatraya is Durlabh. So pursue the Vastu Swabhavada. You are a Vastu, you are a Jiva Vastu, your Swabhav is Gyayak Bhav. Pursue that Gyayak Bhav. That is Dharma Bhavana. That for that only you have got this human birth. When you come closer to your pure self, the three jewels will manifest. You not manifest, you will get these three jewels. You will realize these three jewels in your own soul. Understood? Page number 18, 19 का सार अभी मैंने बता दिया. Now he says, now with this we'll be ending the first chapter. He says that first you told all the Sanyog are Anitya, Asharan, Asar, Ashuchi. Okay, they are impure. So should we hate them? Should we nurture hatred for them? There are people who start hating them. They start hating the family. They start hating the body. But again, you're taking to Dvesh only, no? First you had Rag. Now you have replaced Rag with Dvesh. Both are Karma Bandhan. So what you have to do is you have to go beyond Rag Dvesh. Then you will experience the Samata. That Vitaragata is Samata. Okay? So don't hate your body. Don't depend on the body. Maintain the body to the bare minimum things it wants. Make use of the body to evolve on the spiritual ladder. Don't like it. Don't hate it. Just as you give the rent for a house, like that, give little food to the body with the correct combination, natural sattvic food, so that it does not disturb your health and you are able to meditate for long hours. So know the nature of the body, know the nature of the soul. Don't like anything, don't hate anything. Enjoy being a knower and seer. Then only you get the real Udasinta. Udasinta is a very great spiritual virtue. Okay? Understood the essence of this chapter?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am. Yeah.
Any doubts? Any questions? Any doubts? Any questions? Anything that you have not understood, you have missed something, you can ask.
Very, very clear, ma'am. Yeah.
Very well explained, ma'am. Very,
Understood.
very clear. Yeah.
Very clear. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's so beautiful, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So beautiful, no? So beautifully written by Dr. Bharil Sab. All of you, please
Yes.
send him a compliment through Swanubhuti, madam,
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Yes.
that we read this and we enjoyed it. Please tell him a big thank you for writing this for us. How much effort they are putting. It's such a big tragedy that people think that reading his books will be promoting Digambar culture. And they shun his books. They don't read it. Okay. Now, shall I start the Anitya Bhavana?
Yes.
How much time do we have? We have only 5 minutes. Can I do justice in 5 minutes? I have to do from page number 21 to 32. What I will do, I will sing the four lines. And we'll stop and then next class will continue. We will have 2-3 extra classes also, no problem. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, and as far as the question paper is concerned, paper 1, 2, 3, the English people, can ask me what is the meaning of this line. I don't get it. I won't give the answer, but I can help you with understanding the question.
Okay. Okay.
And logically, you apply your mind, you can proceed with your paper.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. Okay. Anitya Bhavana. First, Anitya Bhavana. If I read the Hindi one, it will take time, but I would love to read it. It's so beautiful. भोर की स्वर्णिम छटा सम क्षणिक सब संयोग है, पद्म पत्रों पर पड़े जल बिंदु सम सब भोग है, सांध्य दिन कर लालिमा सम लालिमा है भाल की, सब पर पड़ी मनहूस छाया विकट काल कराल की. This was Hari Geetika rag, Chand ki rag. Bhor, bhor means sun, sunrise, daybreak, dusk. It is so golden, no? After some time, it becomes pricking hot. It is shanik. Then the dewdrops on the lotus leaves, they are like the dewdrops on the lotus leaves, like the daybreak, the golden aura of the sun, the daybreak, and the dusk, the golden Sandhya Dinakar. Sandhya means evening, Dinakar means sunset, the lalima, the redness of the sky. Like that, all are anitya, all are vanishing. And death lays its mighty hands on all Jeev and Ajeev. Everything keeps changing. Then he says, Anjuli sam jal sam javani kshin hoti ja rahi, pratyek pal jar jar jara nazdeek aati ja rahi, काल की काली घटा प्रत्येक क्षण मंडरा रही, किंतु पल पल विषय तृष्णा तरुण होती जा रही. He says, just as you take water in your palm, what happens? The water drips from the palm, no? Like that, your youthhood is going. Every moment you're coming closer to old age. Death is wandering on you. Just as a bee is buzzing on the flowers, death keeps buzzing on you, ready to take you and go. But every moment my desire is becoming younger and younger and younger. The desire to see this movie, the desire to do this, the desire to go here, the desire to eat, the desire to talk, the desire to enjoy is becoming new and new and new and new. Next one. दुखमयी पर्याय क्षण भंगुर सदा कैसे रहे, अमर है ध्रुव आत्मा व मृत्यु को कैसे वरे, ध्रुव धाम से जो विमुख वह पर्याय ही संसार है, ध्रुव धाम की आराधना आराधना का सार है. He says that every paryay is dukhmay. It is kshanabhangur, it is momentary. How can it be there eternally? Any paryay you like. See, how much ever, I'll give my example, how much ever good food you eat one moment, one time. Next minute again you have to eat or not. कितना भी अच्छा खाना बना लो, खा लो, लेकिन दूसरे समय तो वापस भूख लगती है, वापस बनाना पड़ता है कि नहीं? So how can that one momentary thing give you permanent happiness? It is Shanabhangur. Shanabhangur means momentary, ephemeral, transitory. But don't worry, worry not. You are Dhruv. Your Atma is Dhruv. How can death kill the Atma? The death can separate your Atma from the body, but it cannot kill your Atma. You are eternal. So be fearless. Namo Jinanam Jiya Bhayanam. Oh, I got the Jina in me. I'm fearless. Let birth come, let death come. It doesn't affect me. I am already liberated. When you feel liberated, you become liberated. When you don't feel liberated, you will only attract more bondage. So if you are away from your liberated bhav, Dhruva Dham, that paryay only is sansar. That more Ragdvesh paryay is only sansar. So don't worry about the sansar. Worry about the Dhruva Dham. Adore the Dhruv, pure soul. That is the essence of all adoration. Next. संयोग क्षण भंगुर सभी पर आत्मा ध्रुव धाम है. पर्याय लय धर्मा परंतु द्रव्य शाश्वत धाम है. इस सत्य को पहचानना ही भावना का सार है. ध्रुव धाम की आराधना आराधना का सार. संयोग क्षण भंगुर, all association, संयोग means association, are momentary, but Atma is an abode of eternal nature. That dravya, the Trikali Dhruv dravya, in which all paryay are coming of Gyan, of Keval Gyan, they are also anitya. But the dravya is Shashvat. Oh, when will I get Samya Gyan? When will I get Keval Gyan? That means the Trikali Dhruv dravya is worried about the paryay. This is not the way to get Keval Gyan. You become Nishchint of all paryay and enjoy the Trikali Dhruv dravya. Keval Gyan will come searching you. It will come. That is the way. Okay? Know this reality. Knowing this reality is the essence of bhavana, and adoration of the eternal pure soul is the essence of all adorations. I've translated these four poetic lines for you. We will do the chapter in the next class. I would like to close the class now.
Ma'am, my Bhav Bhashan is left. So,
Who is this?
Rajal.
You can do it. I'll get the book and come. Wait. First, let me have the comments from your side. Okay. Yes. Have you enjoyed this?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, thank you,
you
ma'am.
so much for this extra class, and
Yes,
especially for
thank you.
allowing the non students of this class. I'm very grateful to you for this.
Yes, I
Thank
agree
you,
with Nandita.
Thank you, Nandita.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Very, very enlightening. And it's like, constantly hammering yourself.
Yes, yes, yes. Keep hammering. Who said these lines?
Ma'am Minoti.
Oh, Minoti. Okay, Minoti.
Ma'am, and so many things, there are little things that you say, examples, but somewhere touches the heart, like introspection. Honestly, like you just said this one line that don't hate Muslims. There's nothing against, but so many things, terrorism and all that happens. So in the mind, you don't say you hate them, but in the mind, somewhere there is hatred. Thank you so much. I mean, I'll try to get rid of this emotion.
See, if you hate them, no, you will be more fearful of them.
Yes, and when you said
sowing
you'll
the
be
seeds
born
of
in a
fear.
family like that, so that, I mean, there are these little things that touch you, that why are we doing such things in our mind?
See, whatever corrections you have to do at your relationship level, keep doing without hating,
Right.
Okay.
without the delusion. Keep doing it. Who is telling you not to do it? Your karmas will make you do all that. But with
Correct.
what attitude you do, that matters.
Correct, ma'am.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks for accommodating our request to have this special class, ma'am. Really appreciate your time, ma'am.
Yes. My family is wondering, July is your off month. You're sitting in the class. I
Ma'am,
said,
this
"No."
shows your love for Jinwani, your passion towards all this. You could have easily taken off for July. We are really grateful to you. You are real
No, no.
inspiration.
And your passion to share your knowledge and help us to become more better and get more gyan.
See, this subject is so dear to me, you know. I've written articles on this. They are published. I've written articles. I don't know where. I have to trace them and put it on board. And it is one of my favorite lessons. So anytime you tell me even 100 times to do the lectures, I'll do it for the love of this subject. So you are all the nimit. कि आपके निमित्त से I got a chance to revisit it and present it. So reading in Hindi and talking in English, no, I wish somebody can do the translation looking at my lectures. You know,
Yes,
that's
sure, ma'am.
beautiful.
We
These
Ma'am,
ideas.
also, your lectures are such, it's not just the term of the course. I always feel, I mean, I get this thought that till I live, I should be listening to them time and again.
We should listen to Jinwani again and again and again. Yes, ma. This is one thing that I'm doing now. I'm doing this Varshit up. I've become so desireless. I don't feel like doing my routine work also. Just because I have to do it, I will do it. Right? I've become not lazy. The energy I feel inside, no. Sometimes I'll tell you, I'll be driving my vehicle and it'll be going at such super speed, even without my conscious this thing. Then I have to put brakes and bring down my energy. That much of energy is there because of my fasting and all these things, you know. So now I realize why all the Tirthankars chose this path of tap and prescribed this path of tap. And Shrut is there because of Jinwani, Paramagam studies. And 12 vratas I've taken long back. And I keep taking it on a day-to-day basis also. My Charnanu Yoga, everything, everybody, I'm giving you my example so that you can also uplift yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you please
Ma'am,
share
खूप
tips
खूप अनुवाद,
so
ma'am.
that we can do tap?
Huh?
Can you share tips? तप की भावना रखते हैं लेकिन कर नहीं पाते हैं. Can you share tips on that?
I'll
Whenever
take
you-
a special session on this.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
I'll
Thank
take one
you.
special session on this and we'll announce it. After we do this, we'll do that. I think it's a long time I had
Okay.
promised everybody, no, that
Yes.
I've been to it.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll take
Yes,
it up.
ma'am.
We'll take it up
Thank
before
you.
the next semester starts.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks a lot.
So that we can benefit in this Chaturmas.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank
Chaturmas. But
Yes,
see, I don't want to. परमागम कोर्स में वो सब आता नहीं है, लेकिन मैं लाके आपको लिंक करके बता दूंगी, तो आप लोग जरूर फायदा आपको होगा.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Thank you.
Anybody else? Good. Anybody wants any other thing, suggestion, comments? Yes. So recording आपको मिल जाएगी इस lecture की. Kapil and Padma Priya will give it to you, and we'll give it to you after they are placed in the group. Okay. So those who want to leave can leave. We'll end the class with the Jinwani Stuti. निज निधि निज में बताई यह अनंत उपकार है, उसके लिए जिनवाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार. Jai Jinendra.
Hey, Janendra. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, come.
Thank
Who
you, ma'am.
wants
Jai
to do?
Jinendra.
Who wants to do? Those who want to stay
Yes,
can
ma'am.
stay.
Rajal Kapadia. I've
Yes,
done
Rajal.
Bhav Bhashan. I've done my Gandhar.
Topic
Ma'am, the first chapter,
of.
Moksha Marg Prakashak.
Okay, you want me to ask questions from that?
Yes,
Tell me the summary of first chapter.
yes, ma'am. The first
Bolo.
the first chapter is like a prelude to the whole book. It is Panditji first, he tells us the importance of why he is writing it and the importance of Manglacharan. This is a Vitrag Vigyan science, which is the main thing to on the path of liberation. He explains the Manglacharan, the importance of Manglacharan. Why is he writing it first? so to keep away the evil, and the book is written without any disturbance. He tells us, he talks about the authenticity of the book, the number of scriptures, books he has referred to. So it is a very pure, it is what the agams, it is coming down. He has only given it to us in a simple layman's language, because his love for sharing, and more people can benefit, those who are not cannot read the scriptures. So he is, and for them he has explained, and he has given all the importance of the Panch Parmeshti, the qualities, why we should follow them, why we should adore the Arhantas. Then he has explained in detail the qualities of a good listener and a good Shrota.
Listener is Shrota.
Yeah, so listener and the discourser. He has given all the characters of them.
Okay. Okay. Now I know that you have read the chapter.
Yes,
Tell me some qualities of a good Shrota.
Good listener. Okay.
Yes.
Good listener also
Three qualities.
qualities. Okay. He should have a little knowledge. His grammar and all should be good with the terms, so he can follow properly. He should have full faith in the Jain dharma, and have faith, and also follow the Vitrag Bhav, which is the discourser is giving, and he should follow the principles.
What is the first quality that a Shrota should have?
He should have a faith in the Jain dharma.
No. He should be a Jigyasu.
Okay.
Vichar kare ki main kaun hu. He should be a seeker.
Yes.
He has no knowledge. No, only when he listens, he will have knowledge.
Yeah, he should be a
After
Jigyasu.
he listens, only he'll have faith.
Yes.
But he should have the curiosity to listen. If that curiosity is not there, he cannot go to the next level.
Yeah. He wants to be a seeker for the answers of who I am.
You are curious to know what Amazon new product has come. You are curious to know what new movie has come. But are you curious to know who you are?
That is
the first quality, Okay. Now, what is the meaning of that doha? Pandiya, Pandiya, Pandiya. Is it there in your book?
No, it's the English. No, ma'am. English.
Page number 16 of Hindi.
No. Achha, I was referring to the English book.
Okay, then leave it. No problem. But you should know the meaning of those two lines. Okay, I'll tell the meaning of those two lines afterwards. Okay, now you tell me the other three qualities of a Vakta.
The discourser? Yeah. Okay. He himself should follow what he is teaching. That is very important. Like he will say something and then he is doing something else. That is important. Secondly, he should be his grammar, his knowledge of the scriptures should be very thorough, so that what he is explaining, he gives the proper meaning. If he gives the wrong meaning, then the listener will go on a wrong path.
Okay, chalo. That's it. Your test is over, dear. I give you full marks. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's it.
Yes. Miss, वो पिंडी का अर्थ बता दीजिए ना प्लीज.
Pandiya. Page number 16 of Hindi. If you have, you all can take. Pandiya. Kana chodi vi tusakandiya. Payatham tuthosi. Paramatha na janai moodhosi. He says, O Pandit, so-called well-versed scholar, you are giving up the essence of the grain and you are satisfied with the husk. Kana chodi tus kandiya. तुम कण को छोड़ करके तुस में संतुष्ट हो रहे हो. तुम पद और अर्थ को तो जानते हो, तुम उसमें संतुष्ट हो गए हो. You are well versed in the letters, alphabet, sentences, essence, and you know the meaning, but you don't know the essence of it. Paramartha na janai moodosi. You are mood. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
That's
ma'am, you had explained this, I remember.
Thank
Yeah.
you, ma'am.
Yes. Chalo, thank you everybody. Jai Jinendra.
Jai
Jai
Jinendra.
See you
Jinendra.
all. See you all.